Hello everybody, Struggles and Warriors. We're going to be talking about Prophet, the character Prophet to be exact. We're not going to be talking about what his weapons do, what his glitch ability does, but more or less his backstory, what he is, what he's done, what he's seen, and above all else, what he feels and what he thinks, which is the most interesting thing about this character. Reaper's interesting thing was what he was, Prophet's is what he thinks. So, I cannot stress this enough. I cannot. You have to listen to all of the audio in this. All of the little pieces where there's just no video and it's just audio you have to listen to because it's crucial to understanding what Prophet is. So without further ado, let's jump into the character Prophet.
Don't sweat it. I get that reaction all the time. I understand why you find me unsettling. The question is, do you? I'm now 72% enhanced and augmented. I passed the point of mostly human a long time ago. That sensation you're feeling is a fight or flight response. Totally reasonable when confronted by your own obsolescence. I wish you could see the world as I see it, freed from the tyranny of the visible spectrum. We live in a world of infinite possibilities, amazing technologies, and take control of your own destiny. This time the dinosaurs can dodge the rock headed towards them. All it takes to avoid extinction is an initial act of will. Embrace the new. Upgrade.
Now I know what you're thinking. Striker, that wasn't too impressive. I know it wasn't, but it was to fully understand a character. Whether it be a book character, a comic book character, a movie character, you first have to understand two things, or two fundamental things. There's more, but these are the two big ones. Where they come from, and what they think. And this gives us a bit of insight into what he thinks. He stated that this time dinosaurs can avoid the rock if they give a single boost of will or initiation of will. And basically what he's saying is that we're going to need to be something more than what we are. We're going to need to upgrade. We're going to need to become these robots, these machines that are far different than what we are now. We need to not be the dinosaurs that get hit by the rock. We need to be the humans and the creature, the rats that survived the meteor. We need to be smart. We need to be tactical. Now that's just my own little interpretation. This is definitely not the most interesting of his quotes, but one of the more essential ones to understanding him. Altogether though, I will say that the next part is crucial to listening to because it is quite interesting.
I was 28 when I took a leave of absence to look after my mom and dad. That was 2062. I didn't even have DNI back then. Medically, we're in a very vulnerable phase. We're advanced enough that people are living longer. So much so that we're running into whole new classes of age-related diseases that we can barely diagnose, let alone treat. Within 3 months, both my parents were diagnosed with degenerative conditions that weren't well understood. They couldn't predict the path my mom's would take. It didn't even have a name. I looked after them both, basically powerless to do anything but keep them comfortable. As little by little over the course of 2 years, the things that made them them just faded away. While I watched their decline, I had a lot of time to think. And you know what the meat is weak.
This is a very interesting quote. And it's not interesting because it tells about this super sci-fi battle where Prophet fights this evil demon. No, it talks about where Prophet came from. As I stated before, to understand a character, you must understand where they come from and what they think. We know a bit of what he thinks, which is basically he thinks that machines are above humans and that we need to become more than what we are to keep moving forward. But we don't know why, and here's why. Basically, when Prophet was 28, don't know the exact time or day, he said he was mumbling, it was hard to understand. If I found subtitles, I could probably read it to you, but he basically said that when he was 28, his parents came across this disease. And humanity's at a vulnerable time where we can't cure these diseases. We let alone know what they are, never mind cure them. So his parents got this rare, degenerative disease that is causing them to slowly die. And as they are slowly dying, the things that made them are dying as well. They may be living, but they're not living, so to speak. They're not human anymore. They don't have personalities. They don't have what was right, what made them them. They are only just making it by. And as he watched them slowly die, he came to the conclusion that he was not going to share their fate. He watched his parents die, so he decided that I will not share your fate. I've seen what it's done, I don't want to. That's the reason why he thinks the way he does. He thinks that meat is weak because he knows that you have to become more. He thinks that we're going to have to become more if we want to keep going, and he's seen it firsthand. He knows what happens once you get to a certain age. Now, the last quote we have for today is quite interesting, quite cool, but it's probably one of the more essential ones to understanding him.
When I got back into the engineering corps, I volunteered for D&I implantation. There was a waiting list. They were prioritizing people whose jobs would most benefit from the enhanced capabilities. It wasn't long before I was selected. Once I recovered from the surgery and system calibration was done, training my new abilities began. I'll never forget the sensation of reaching out with my mind for the first time to control a machine with my thoughts. It was completely natural, instinctive, like reaching out to catch a ball. Like I was finally realizing my potential. I signed up for every enhancement program going. Enhanced D&I processing capacity, limb replacement, optics, audio, comms, medical systems. Whatever was on offer, no matter how experimental, I wanted it.
Now this is the final quote we have, but it's definitely one of the more interesting ones. So basically, it talks of how Prophet now, he is witnessing these things happen, so to speak. He now seen what's happened to his family. He's gone home. He's gone home. He saw what happened, and he's gone home. Everything that happened in the second quote has happened. So he finally goes back to Engineer Corps, and they start to experiment with DNI. So DNI basically is what makes the characters work. It stands for Digital Neural Interface. It basically means that the digital world and your brain become one, so to speak, and you are able to see and you're able to basically become machine. And after he recovered from all these things, he became, so to speak, more than what he was. He became complete. He felt like he was whole. He felt like he was more than what he was before. And as crazy and as radical as that idea sounds, I can understand why he went this way, why he wanted to be more, and how these machines kind of fulfilled that. Now, I'm not saying I want to be a machine. I'm not saying I want to be this RoboCop coming in with my pistol, popping heads. No, I'm saying that people commonly search to be something more than what they are. And I can see how he wanted to be more than what he was. He wanted to be something different. He wanted to be someone unique. He wanted to not share the fate of his parents. He wanted to go forth and do something before he couldn't, before it didn't matter anymore. And I can say that we can all vouch for that. We've all wanted to become something more. Now, he did it in a way that I don't think we can do, but I can see his line of thinking. That's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe for more. I don't know what the next video will be on. Most likely Ruin, or even maybe someone along the lines of Firebreak, because Firebreak's definitely an interesting character. However, I don't know 100% what I'm going to do, so without further ado, bye. Enjoy this little supply drop opening I did. I recorded it, and it was, I don't know, pretty good. So that's all. Bye.